Hi there everyone. So I just lost my flow a little bit from my previous video, and yeah, I just wanted to pick up from where I left off from the quote from Miyamoto Musashi. So there is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, or smarter, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside of yourself. Now, I'm certainly not. I don't feel like I'm at a level where I can, I can make things appear simply by going deep within myself. Or maybe I don't understand this as well as what I should, and it's something that I'm going to have to really ponder and meditate upon. But if I look around at the modern day and look around at examples of people that can do just that, I mean, one guy does pop into my mind, and that's a guy by the name of Manny Pacquiao. So for those of you that don't know who he is, he's now a very, very successful boxer. He's now a politician, also a businessman, I believe, and philanthropist. Yeah, great guy, and started off with absolutely nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean he's a guy that was brought up in the slums in the Philippines. And to give you an idea of the living conditions he was under, it was if you've ever seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire, that was pretty much similar to what he was living in. He was in abject poverty, and managed to become a mega successful boxer, becoming a millionaire from starting off as a guy who started off his life coming from poverty until realizing that he could throw a punch. he realized that he could throw a punch because he came face to face with a bully one day, who turned around to him, told him that he was poorer than dirt, started shoving him about, and so Manny hit him. After realizing that he could throw a punch, he then started training. Now I don't even know whether his training even started in a gym. I would imagine that he probably found a pair of socks to wrap around his hands and started punching things, maybe old tires, maybe had to make do skipping rope and trained. Maybe got into a few fights to get some money in. Maybe started training at the gym and started from that. Also, he was at a point where he had to fight for money to either decide whether he was gonna fight to bring the money in, or follow an education. Now he didn't really have money to actually even have any sort of education. He was in a situation where he would be in a situation where he would need to get money in to be able to feed himself, his family. When I mean his family, I mean his mother, maybe his brother, his sister. There'll be times when the family think, well, what are we going to do? Or the mother would say, look, I don't know how I'm going to feed you all. Manny would then turn around to his mother and say, you know what, I've got a fight happening next week. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to win the fight. Come back. Here you go. Here's the money. And to do that at a very young age, maybe about 12, 13, is quite a task. So he decided at the age of 14 to give up on his education to pursue his career in boxing, which he did, and eventually moved to America to find a coach until he met a guy by the name of Freddie Roach, who saw him throw like one or two punches and just realized, okay, this guy's going to be a champion. Until he eventually, became the world champion, and continues now to grow who he is as a person. And this came from absolutely nothing. I mean, he's an example of, to me, looking deep inside himself to bring this all out. He is an example of somebody who made something out of nothing. I mean, out of literally nothing, and I think that's something that we can all learn from. and I wish I could really discover that myself. I mean, there's other examples as well. I mean, there's a guy that I know. I don't think I'm able to really mention his name, but I knew him, in this frozen yogurt place, and we just used to hang out. I say hang out. We just used to meet up at this particular frozen yogurt stroke ice cream place, and we just used to laugh and joke, and just hang out within that one place. And then I lost contact with him for a while, and then one day I was looking at my Facebook, and there was an article written about this guy who fell in hard times and then ended up homeless. And so while he was homeless, he was at risk of getting beaten up and all these other problems about what being homeless invites. And one day somebody walked up to him and said, if you like, you could end up in having a job inside this particular company, polishing shoes inside a corporate company. And he realised that he could pull together maybe £5 to get some shoe polish equipment and start polishing shoes. After a while, he started to get more and more clients, and realised that he couldn't do all of this by himself, so he had to recruit other people. So he recruited other people that were also in a similar situation to him, and managed to grow this business to a point. He managed to work his way out of poverty. Not only did he work his way out of poverty, find himself a place to stay and live, he also managed to grow it to a point where the company is now making $250,000 a year. Last time I checked, and it wouldn't surprise me that's still growing right now. So that's also another example of how you can take something apparently very, very small and just make it happen. And so so there's examples of it, of being able to do something with very little. So I think really what I want to say to you all is, if you feel you're restricted in what you're doing, look within yourself, look around you, see what you can make grow. I think that's really it. I hope you've taken something from this. I hope I haven't been rambling, and please leave a comment down below if there's anything you want to contribute. Please let me know. Until next time, guys, take care. See you now. Bye.